Here's a 2012 Chevy Camaro ZL1. 580 horsepower. Obviously it's a manual transmission, not the convertible car. As you can see, it is a repairable. It's got some pretty good front end damage here. I'll go through that here in just a second, but first we'll kind of do a little walk around. On this side here, you can see it looks like there's just a little bit of a dent. Maybe someone leaned up against it right there. It can definitely be PDR'd, but you can kind of see it there in the video. You don't see any damage here to this rim whatsoever. Otherwise, there's no damage to this fender. You know, this bracket almost looks good down here, and it broke right up there, the little plastic bracket here on the front. In other words, all the lips all the way around look fine. This door looks perfectly fine. Here on this door, I don't know what happened. This burn is from the outside. Something was right here creating a lot of heat. I have no idea what it was, and it burnt the door panel. So you will need a new door panel. Door panels are on eBay for about $200. In other words, it's $268 for this panel brand new. The whole thing from GM brand new is $268. Also on the seat, it got the seat here. It didn't get hot from the inside of the seat, so it's not wiring on the inside. It burned from the outside in. You know, it just started to get the foam here. You wouldn't need to replace the foam. This cover here for the seat back, brand new. You know, it just slips right on, but that seat cover brand new I think was $230. So it's not that expensive for those two pieces. Again, I have no clue what caused those two pieces to break or burn. Curtain airbags, both curtain airbags did deploy. You see here the dash bag did deploy, and the driver wheel bag did deploy as well. You can see the door shuts just fine. There's no damage to that rim there. I don't see any damage at all to the rear of the vehicle. It's a little bit of a couple scuffs here. They will buff out. I can't feel them with my fingernail at all. See the lower rocker right down here, that's popped out a little bit just because there was damage to the front fender. You know, front fender, obviously everything kind of got pushed back a little bit. The rocker just kind of carried. But to me it looks like that rocker is still good. It needs a fender here. You know, the hood itself, you know, if you're really good, maybe you can save the hood. You know, there's a little bit of warpage right here. Personally, I guess I would get a new hood. The hoods are about $500–600. The centerpiece here, as on any ZL1, is the most expensive part on this car. It's about $5,000 for this centerpiece here, and there's no damage whatsoever anywhere on that, as you can see. No scratches, no marks, no bends, nothing like that. Here now, getting into the more main damage of the car, you can see there's no damage to the engine at all. The engine, or the car does run, it does drive a little bit. You know, obviously the cooling shot here. The parts are surprisingly almost kind of stupid cheap for this car. Brand new from GM. The radiator is about $150. The condensers are about $150. This fan shroud here, this plastic fan shroud, and the fan and the motors look good, but the plastic fan shroud I think was $40. This radiator support here in the whole front was $150, I believe it was, maybe $200, somewhere in there for this front upper support. The worst part of it whatsoever, of course, you know, you got the front bumper cover. I priced it out, the whole front bumper cover assembly with the grills. I believe that was about $900, $800 I believe is what it was, and then another $100 for the impact bar, and then I think it was $70 for the front impact absorber. You can see here that the front cradle has been kind of crushed up and back. There is no damage whatsoever that I can see from this point right here back. well, I guess we'll kind of get to that in a second, but a brand new engine cradle from GM. It's $400. You know, maybe you can find these parts cheaper used. I'm not sure. I didn't price used, I only used brand new GM parts. But from this point, actually right about here, so right where the strut tower comes down, right in the front part of the strut tower, you can see from here forward, you can see this frame rail is kind of, you know, squished in there and whatnot. So, you know, you may, I don't know if you can save that or if you'd repair it or what you would do. This is definitely the worst one. I'll show you the other side in here in just a second, but definitely replace this engine cradle. And then here in the suspension, I believe, you know, maybe this one isn't bent at all here, but I know for a fact this lower one right here is bent. You know, your steering still looks straight there, and your strut up there, that looks good, but you know, that stuff can kind of be deceiving sometimes, but that all looks good. Coming over to this side, you can see this side here is not really up, it just looks like it came over this way a little bit. Got some plastic in here, I don't know if that's a, looks like it's a windshield washer bottle that's here, so that'll have to get replaced. This rail, to me, looks like it can be saved. In other words, I don't see you know, any damage. And the strut tower is here, and from what I can see, it's about right here where the frame starts to bend, or the frame rail end starts to bend over. So from here back to the strut tower looks perfectly straight. Looking in this wheel here, you can see all the suspension up in there looks good. The other bad thing about the car is when it was in the accident, it did break out the glass up here, so there is no glass. You know, the mechanism still does move. A whole new moonroof assembly with the track and all. They're on eBay. $200–300 is what I've seen. Better show you here. This front edge of the door, you can see I just caught that. I don't see any damage whatsoever here on the door at all. And then looking at this wheel, don't see any damage whatsoever there on the rim. You know, it doesn't turn the best because the tire's back here into the fender, but you know, it does run and drive enough to get it on a trailer and whatnot. So here's that kind of heat damage that happened. Again, I don't have a clue at all what caused that, but it got both panels there. So it'll be about $400 to fix this back seat cover and that door panel. The whole dash assembly here, people are asking almost stupid money for this dash assembly on eBay. But this dash assembly, brand new, I believe was $380, and yes, that is with the suede insert here, so that's brand new from GM. We'll need this driver's airbag here, of course, both curtain airbags. Turn the wheel a little bit. You see it does have heads-up display there. And you can see that. You can choose different functions as well. Just leave it there for now. Saying hood open. There's currently 6,676 miles on it. Anyway, radio works just fine. Go ahead and we'll start it up. See, it runs just fine. Service airbag lights on. Of course, the check engine light's on. I haven't ran the codes, but the air box isn't hooked up, so obviously you're getting the mass air code. Service traction control and suspension is oh, that's it. Sounds great. You know, there's no issues whatsoever with the transmission. It does go in all the gears just fine. Brake works. Go ahead and shut her off. Crawl underneath here. You can see the underside. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to email us. Thank you.